Hi, I'm Soup, or you can call me Nova or Supernova, anything really. So welcome back if you've watched my channel before, or if this is your first time watching my channel. Hi, I'm very small right now. I'm generally short. Yeah. So today I'm gonna talk about being genuine on YouTube and why I think it's the best. And as you may be able to start telling, this is not really scripted. I have some ideas of some things I want to talk about, but I don't have like a script, and I normally don't, which, I might need to start doing soon because scripts are helpful, but for now I'm just going with my thought process, I guess. So, yeah, I hope you enjoy. So, I have to say, one of the things that scared me the most about posting on YouTube, is I didn't really know how to talk, like, professionally, and I was looking at YouTube channels at the time, and, like, everyone had such clean videos, and they had scripts, and they were just talking so eloquently, and I was like, how am I supposed to match that? And turns out, so those people, I really do look up to them, and they're really good at what they do. They are one of my inspirations. But also, there are other channels where they don't really use as many scripts, or they don't script themselves at all, and they're just genuinely genuine. I don't know. But they're not scared to show themselves as they really are, not hiding anything except, of course, like private information that you shouldn't share with the internet. And it's just so cool. And I realized, wait, that's actually maybe something I can do. I will say, sometimes it is actually harder, and it'll actually mean that, like, you have to put your defenses down, and you don't script things, so in some ways it's harder, in other ways it's easier. But okay, I will say I have definitely lost my train of thought. That tends to happen. But because this is all completely genuine, like, I feel like it's more like I'm talking to a friend, and it just lowers the barrier of entry for me. And it's really fun this way. And it also makes content relatively low effort, but I'm still helping people, or at least I hope I am. But it's just so much fun to encourage people when you're just literally just your genuine self. You're not putting on an act, you're not trying to be super professional or anything. It's just one of the greatest feelings, I'd say. And I will say, I have not affected too many people, especially with my YouTube content, but I'm getting there. But also, I feel like sometimes I get into this way of thinking, and probably a lot of other people do too, that your quality of your content depends on how many people you reach, rather than how deeply you reach them. So I believe there is a lot of merit to reaching a lot of people, but also reaching people a lot, I think, is oftentimes a lot deeper of a connection, and it can make a bigger impact. So I will say, I do wish I was able to reach more people, although I will say there is something called suffering from success, and that would probably also put more pressure on my content and make it a little bit less enjoyable for me. But there's just like I don't know. But I am glad that I'm where I am right now, because I have to say, it's weird, because I didn't know I affected so many people, but apparently things I've done, both on YouTube and before YouTube, certain things just encouraged people and made them want to draw more, or in some cases write more. So I don't know. I mean, it's kind of exactly what I wanted my content to show, and the fact that I'm just able to do it with complete genuineness and just, man, yeah. The other thing is, I know a lot of people may struggle in certain ways, and no, that's not what I meant to say, but like, I didn't used to see that much content about people just being completely genuine about their struggles, and I do want to work on being more open about a lot of my struggles. I do have a lot of video ideas relating more to my struggles, but I want to be completely open about stuff like my insecurity with drawing, and like even the songs I wrote, and just everything I've experienced that led to who I am now, both as an artist and also as myself. And being genuine, I think, is the best way to do it, although I will say, since I'm saying whatever comes to the top of my head, sometimes I do forget other things that I would definitely want to say, but it goes the other way. Like, if I tried to script, I would not remember anything. I've tried before, and yeah, so I think this is what works best for me, at least right now. But yeah, but like, I want to say that there are a lot more people out there, and artists and stuff, that have started to become more genuine on the internet and on YouTube, and that has to be one of the things that really inspired me to start posting on my YouTube channel again, because like, I made one video at the start and it was more like a tutorial. It was how to draw anatomy, and I made that like 4 years ago or something. But anyways, I was trying to do what it seemed like would be popular, and I thought I would totally enjoy, but it ended up not being my thing. And I will say, I am glad I started. I'm not that proud of that video, but it is what started my YouTube channel. So yeah. And again, I've lost my train of thought, sorry. But like, seeing other YouTube accounts just being super genuine has really made me a little less scared to start posting. And I have a small list of a couple different creators that are really genuine and encouraged me in that way with their genuineness. So first, Feline-san. I can't remember when I started watching them, but their content is always so genuine. It's so funny, and like, they started out with like, I don't even know if they started out with a mic, and I'm pretty sure they were just using their phone's camera, but over time their content has gotten a little bit better quality, but it's also still super genuine, and I love that about them. I don't watch them as much anymore, but I still love their content. So and then also, these two I started watching pretty recently. They mostly just post on shorts, but I love their content so much. Bridie Drake and Ginny Ming. They're Australian YouTubers that just post, well, one of them, Ginny, she makes a lot of food content and recipes and stuff, but she also makes content about being with her best friend, who is, by the way, Bridie Drake. And Bridie Drake just has all sorts of content. I think what actually started me into watching her a lot are her morning swims, actually. And I don't know why, because I don't really go swimming that much. I guess it was just super peaceful and super real. And it's funny because she wakes up really early, and now I've started waking up really early, but for different reasons. But it was, I love their content so much, and it's just completely genuine, and they're probably my biggest inspirations in that. And one of the more recent inspirations, I think she actually started about the same time as me posting on YouTube, but she's Kana Yawasaki Manga. Let me just double check to make sure that's the right name, because I get the K's and the Y's and everything mixed around together in my head, but she makes manga content. Like, she's a mangaka slash manga assistant, and she's trying to make it in that world of manga and surviving, and it's kind of funny but also kind of sad. Like, she lives in different countries and it's so cool, but she like still works as a manga assistant online, which is super cool. But the thing is, their minimum wage, the wages, they seem so low to me. Like, I don't know, but I really wish Kana Yamasaki, that's her name, Kana Yamasaki, the best, because I just love her content so much and it's so inspiring, especially since I am also somewhat of a comic artist, a webcomic artist. And just seeing her super motivated and stuff and just pushing through despite it all, it's just so cool. And I will say, I don't know how I feel about her insane workload. I feel like she probably needs to take it slower, but I do understand that hustle culture is very much the norm, especially in Japan, in the manga scene or whatever. But I just love watching her content so much, and yeah. Those 4 are the only ones I really listed. I can look real quick to see if there's anyone else, but they're the ones that I remember off the top of my head. Yeah. But just being genuine also, it reminds people that you're a human and you're trying your best, I would say. So I think that it probably helps with like defending against hate messages. Now, I don't get them anyways because I'm too small a creator, but I think because we relate with someone, we can understand them more and we're less likely to say anything hurtful, if that makes sense. Like, I'm not excusing people saying hurtful things, but sometimes it's just genuinely out of either lack of empathy or lack of knowledge. Like, you don't know how you're gonna hurt them or anything. But I just like that it's another layer of protection, keeping me safe, like my mindset and stuff. But and I will say, one of the reasons I started this YouTube channel up again is actually not just so I could make content, like just so I could make money through making content, which, by the way, I've made no money yet. Of course, I don't even like reach the monetization thresholds. Not even a little bit. I'm getting there very slowly. But I first and foremost, I made it so I could practice my video editing, which is very funny because I take a very minimal video editing approach so far. But I also made it because my friends were really, really excited about it. And I was like, okay, if you're excited about it, then I really should make it. And just their excitement has just made me feel even better about it. But because I'm making it for my friends as well, and that's one of the primary focuses, it's a lot easier to be more genuine because I do want to show my real self to my friends, and it's definitely something I'm working on in all sorts of contexts. Which, by the way, that's another thing I was going to talk about that I kind of forgot. So I am generally a very shy person. I would say I'm an ambivert, but I grew up feeling like an introvert, and even now I'm not exactly sure where I stand on the introvert, extrovert spectrum or whatever. But it's pretty hard to talk with people sometimes. Sometimes it's not even like them or anything. Like a lot of the time it's that I tend to think a lot, which means I tend to overthink, which means I overthink what sort of conversations I should do and stuff. But like I also tend to not know what to say, or I just feel like I have to put on a certain mask, like not show certain parts of myself. Not even because like I feel like I'm gonna be judged for that. That used to be the case when I was younger. Not really anymore for the most part, but now it's more like I don't want to share my more negative emotions a lot of the time. I think part of it is just I'm kind of worried about them like overreacting kind of, because I really don't like when they're like, "Oh, you okay?" Like, it's nothing against them. That is a genuine response, but I prefer when people are just more like no nonsense about it. They're just like, they maybe give some advice, but like they're less emotionally driven about it. But I still appreciate both sides, of course, but it just, I don't want people to worry about me like that too much, because it in turn makes me feel worse. So I think because of that, I've put up that sort of like shell mask or whatever, and I'm slowly working on tearing that down bit by bit. I will say it's a lot different like in the moment sharing your bad feelings and like afterwards, after the fact, like a month after sharing what you felt, because one, you're more distant from it, and two, everyone else around you that you're telling is more distant from that. But slowly, ever so slowly, I'm trying to work on being more genuine on YouTube and in real life, especially in real life, because I think that's definitely going to help me with talking with people, because I struggle with keeping conversations a lot of the time, and like I never know what to talk about, and I think I overthink my topics, and I'm like, no, they're not going to want to talk about that, and like this is too me centered, which, oh, I still feel that, or like this is just my interest and they probably aren't interested in it like I am. But I'm slowly working through that, trying to find out how to fix it, but I'm also focusing on being more genuine because, yeah. And also, I have to say, human connection is built on being genuine. When you trust someone, your walls go down. And that means, like, if you're not as genuine, there's a certain level of walls built up, or like a certain sort of mask, and other people might notice it like right off the bat, or like they might just feel a certain distance, which that's important for a lot of people, and for a lot of people that genuinely is like a safety tactic or whatever. I don't know all the ways it can be used for. Not a lot are coming off the top of my head, but I know there are a lot of reasons why people might put up that wall on purpose. But for me, I don't want to do that because I want to, I guess, in a way, have a more personal relationship with my audience and like whoever watches my videos. I want to talk to you guys like as a genuine friend, and I want to learn more about you, and I want to help you. And I feel like when I help other people, and also when they're passionate just like I am, it makes me more passionate and it helps me in turn. So maybe it's a little bit selfish, but I want to be able to help others in a way that refuels me too. I know, like, customer service. I have worked 3 fast food jobs, and I have been like the cashier every single time. So I'm used to dealing with people now, at least to an extent. And I can get pretty exhausted at times, but like there's a certain level of genuineness and a certain level of distance you keep in fast food. But being able to be slightly more genuine than I was at first, and just saying more of what I kind of would wish I would say in the moment, kind of like even as small things as like compliments. I used to be scared to give out compliments, and I'm still kind of scared, kind of intimidated, but I'm slowly working on that, and that's a part of being genuine, and also just being a generally nice, friendly person. But that being said, I'm generally not the best socially. Sometimes I'm really good, other times I'm kind of bad. And I do always struggle with keeping a consistent social, I don't know. I struggle with always being the same socially, like keeping that same social stamina at all times. It mostly just waxes and wanes, but I'm trying to keep it a little bit higher generally. And yeah. Which there are a lot of ways to do that. I would say that being genuine here on YouTube is actually training me to say more of my thoughts and sometimes my feelings just out loud, and showing me that, hey, it's okay. People do like it. People like it when you're genuine. And sometimes I forget that. Sometimes that's all I can think about, so I have to tell others and say, hey, you should be genuine on YouTube or whatever, but I don't know. I don't actually tell people that. But yeah. I mean, I'm just so grateful that I'm able to take this approach, and that just everything in my life has led up to me feeling this way, because everything affects who we are as a person. Everything. But your mindset says a lot about it, which, that's a topic for another day, because I really want to talk about that a lot. That's going to be really fun. But just try being genuine, whether it's on YouTube or on one of your accounts online, or just to your friends. Maybe start out with a couple. Like, right now, I can say I'm pretty genuine with my family and some of my friends, but I only have like 2 or 3 friends and like 2 siblings or something that I'm just completely genuine with. And even then, sometimes I'm not completely genuine. It's definitely something that takes time, and I want to get better with it. And I would say it's not to the healthiest extent. Like, I feel like I should be genuine with more people, but you also shouldn't like overwhelm people with that, and sometimes sharing it with more people does more harm than good. But for me, I'm trying to work on being more genuine around the people that care for me, because they care for me and I also care for them, and I know it's gonna help. And also, on that note, art and writing is activities that show a part of yourself, a piece of yourself. Like, they are pretty genuine. They can also like make it look like you're someone that you're not, but they're just such an important tool in showing bits and pieces of what you feel is your identity and what you feel like on the inside. And showing those, I think, helps us to have a deeper connection with other people, whether it's through similar likes and dislikes, and liking the same stories, or through connecting with your stories on a deeper level, or even in some cases they just really admire your art and see bits and pieces of how you think and how you function and all of that on the inside, because without knowing it, you're gonna show bits and pieces of yourself all through your art. You're not even gonna realize it at first, but over time, like, if you look at your art and really look at it, you say, what is this inspired by? Why do I draw like this? Why is my character like this? You are gonna realize more about yourself is shown in your art and in your writing than you thought was. I know I learned that, like with my stories mostly, but also with art, because like in my stories, I noticed that all of my characters are little fragments of myself, and they've taught me things about myself that I didn't notice. Like, one of my characters has anger issues. I don't think I have anger issues. Well, probably internalized, but he also doesn't, like, he's pretty emotionally withdrawn, and he kind of keeps his emotions down to an extent, but now they're spilling over. And I relate with that on an insane level. And I did not expect that. I was like, I'm not an angry person. But apparently I relate with the most angry person I have. Like, the most angry character I have. And also, like, on a deeper level of, like, stories, what they're meant to be for. So, like, the theme behind them. Like, with the kidnapping war, which I've talked about a little bit in passing, mainly in the NaNoWriMo video. Excuse me. But, the whole theme around that, well, the centering question is just why, and, just the way it's all, I don't remember the exact theme anymore, but it's finding, I don't know, part of it is finding purpose, finding your identity, which I'm still struggling with. That's actually a part of most of my stories, finding your identity or finding your purpose or something like that. But it shows me, hey, that's what you value, and that's what you're trying to find out through writing that. And I'm like, huh? So, yeah. It's really cool how art is just a reflection of who you are on the inside. Even like with songwriting, I've written a couple songs and they're not necessarily the best and most polished. They're literally just on guitar, and I haven't recorded some of them, or the others I've recorded, it's not like super clean recordings of them, but the lyrics behind them, a lot of it is just like reflecting some of my OCs, but also I feel like it's reflecting some of my inner feelings that I don't really let out ever, in a way that it feels normal and even safe to let them out now. But yeah, it's just so cool how those sorts of mediums of art just kind of show a bit of who you are as a person. So yeah, I think that's all I'm gonna talk about today. I can't really think of that much else to say, but I hope this helped you in some way, maybe. And if you related with that, very cool. I would love to hear more about your experience in the comments if you want to share and be genuine. But yeah, I'm glad to talk with you guys again. So, see you. Bye.